Hare Krishna. Hare Bo, everybody. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shuki Shuki, welcome. I love that name. Shuki Shuki, Shuki. Means happy, happy, happy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Jesus, Jesus, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. I'm sorry, I can't follow all your rules, but I somehow under my heart just likes to chant your name. That's all I can offer. Offer this rule. Just rule over my heart, my Lord. I'm very sorry, everybody. I can't follow all these rules perfectly. I don't even want to. So sorry about that, but this is all I can offer. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just let me sing your glories, man, from my heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Chaitanya, Nityananda, Jesus, Prabhupada. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I can't help but not come every day because I'm just so addicted and attracted. If you can't follow the rules, I follow this one rule. Come every day, at least twice a day, and then watch some of the devotees' glorifications of the name also. Hare Krishna, I gotta eat my spinach every day. This is my spinach. Hare Krishna, Krishna. I'm gonna make my offerings to the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I know they're very paltry, but this is all I can do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, turn your microphones on and let's chant together some japa.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bo there, Ranga and
Hare
Lalita.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Looks like there's only, is there only two people here or is it broadcasting on Facebook? I wonder if it's working. Maybe it's not working now.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. There's only three people here? It can't be.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. According to the comments, there are more. According to the comments, so the number two.
Oh, it's 10 people. It went from, I don't know what it was. I thought there was some problem. Hare Krishna. Sorry for the interruption. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama. Went down to, well, it went from 10 to, oh, there's some counter problem.
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna. Went from 10 to 4. No, that was some kind of counter, I think. Hare Krishna, 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 Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna,
Gora
Hare
Chandra,
Krishna,
Gora
Krishna Krishna,
Chandra,
Hare Hare.
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Goranga, 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 Goranga,
Krishna,
Goranga, Goranga, Goranga,
Hare Ram,
Goranga, Goranga, Goranga,
Hare Krishna,
Goranga, 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 Goranga,
Hare
Goranga,
Ram, Hare Ram.
Goranga. Krishna, Goranga.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Goranga, Goranga.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Goranga,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Goranga, Goranga, Goranga,
Hare
Goranga,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Goranga,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Goranga,
Hare
Goranga,
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Goranga, Goranga,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Goranga, Goranga,
Hare Rama,
Goranga,
Hare Rama,
Goranga, 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 Goranga,
Hare
Goranga,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Goranga, Goranga, Goranga,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Gora Chandra, Gora
Hare
Chandra,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Gora
Krishna
Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Oh my Lord, Gora Chandra,
Hare
Gora
Rama,
Chandra,
Hare
Gora Chandra,
Rama,
Gora Chandra,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Gora
Krishna
Chandra, Gora Chandra,
Hare
Sachi.
Rama, Hare Rama.
Sachidandana, Sachidandana,
Wow,
Sachidandana.
Krishna Krishna,
Jaya Sachidandana,
Hare Rama,
Sachidandana,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Sachidandana, Sachidandana,
Hare Krishna,
Sachidandana,
Hare Krishna,
Sachidandana,
Krishna Krishna,
Gora
Hare Rama,
Gadadhar, Gora Gadadhar.
Hare
Gora Gadadhar.
Krishna,
Gora Gadadhar. 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 Gora Gadadhar.
Hare Krishna,
Gora
Hare
Gadadhar.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Gora Gadadhar.
Hare Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya.
Nityananda,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Nityananda, Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Nityananda,
Hare
Chaitanya, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Nityananda, Chaitanya, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Nityananda,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Nityananda,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Jaya
Ram.
Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya
Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Kaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Ah, ah, Krishna. This is page 358, bottom of the chapter. Majja Kanda, chapter 10, page 358 in this book. Chanting Krishna's name. Chanting Krishna's name. The Vaishnava devotees began to weep in ecstasy. Seeing how Lord Caitanya had showered his mercy upon Murari, anyone who hears these pastimes of Lord Caitanya's extraordinary magnanimity will receive Krishna prema. See, anyone who hears the pastimes of Lord Caitanya's extraordinary magnanimity, you got to hear this. See, you got to hear about. It's like extra, extra. Read all about it. Hear all about it. Hear this news. To receive Krishna praying, that's the good news. Like, Jesus had a message like that. Well, hey, the good news, the Lord wants to give the Holy Spirit. I'm here to announce that. Who's announcing the news? Everybody should ask, who's announcing the news? This news of Lord Chaitanya, Krishna Prem, Krishna Prem. Nobody's announcing this news except here. Oh no, Krishna Prem. Our gurus, our teachers have said, oh, that takes a lot. But you got to become sadhana siddha. You have to become perfected by strict regulations and austerities, right? Don't they teach that in Vaishnavism? You got to follow all the rules and regulations, and then see they're announcing the news, the good news of Vaidhi Bhakti, and it's not. It's probably some news, but it's not really great news. It's a lot of work. I mean, effort. But is that the news Lord Chaitanya brought? Is that the news that Jesus brought? That, oh, you're going to be perfect by following the teachings of Moses. See, Prabhupada was like the teachings of Moses. Follow rules, become human. Be a little regulated. Don't just be out there smoking pot all the time and taking LSD and going around. And living like an animal. I mean, that's what people. Actually, the hippies were like that. It's actually they said the CIA started that whole movement. We get all the truth coming out. People think, oh, it's just no, it's the CIA. They were experimenting with LSD and all these things, and they started to dump it on the public as an experiment. How to make people degenerate the populace. Okay? So, this is Maya. Maya's always doing shit like that. See, so the good news is like this. Good news of Krishna Prema. Anyone who hears this good news, the good news is the Leela of Lord Chaitanya. The good news is the Leela of distributing Prema, which we're doing again. This is the revival of the good news movement of distributing Krishna Prema. Come on, man. Let's get with the real program and get the real mercy now, right? Why are you taking the long road when you can take the shortcut? Didn't Lord Chaitanya came to give the shortcut to the ultimate realization? Save you some time for God's sake. This is here. Our sangha is the prototype of what to follow to get the highest result quickly, and we're just following the pattern of Lord Chaitanya that he already cut out in this world. That's simple, my friends. Hear the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya from those who understand the pastimes by revelation and realization, because the Lord is actually alive and kicking inside them and kicking ass in the world, man. Kicking out all this Maya, all these ignorant ideas. Taking the sadness away of people, taking their unhappiness and their miseries. How do we know this is just not empty talk? Well, you're the witnesses. Who elected you, Gohari Das, to have such authority? Well, you guys that are getting that, you're getting the benefits, right? You say, I'm electing him because we're getting something that we couldn't get anywhere else. We couldn't get it from ISKCON. A lot of you were from ISKCON. You couldn't get it from your Namahata group, right? So we elect Gohari Das to lead us lead us into sovereignty over life, to become like him, to actually become happy forever, to be an intimate associate of the Lord like he is. Now that's not a bad deal. What's there to be jealous of? That's the method, is the devotee themselves. You want this, these gurus, you got to go to Lalita Ganga. You got to go to Johan and find out what they're doing to get this result of the flowering of Krishna Prem. And do what they do and get their mercy, wash their feet, and you'll get what they get. They teach the right path, man. They follow the process. I spoke it to them because I speak to them what's really in the book. It works like a charm. Krishna Prema awakens very quickly. Why? Because it's the formula, man. Where the formula works. The formula is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chapter 1, Adi Lila, by the action of the book Bhagavad, as it is, spoken by the only one who really can do it is a devotee who worships the Lord with loving ecstasy, with prema. And they speak to you as it is. By the action of the book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad. The mellows of devotion are activated in the hearts of those who listen, those who hear. That's how easy it is. That's the formula. That's why it works. Because it's the true formula. Not by the action of the book of Bhagavad, speculated by a devotee who does not worship Krishna with loving ecstasy and prema. That doesn't work, right? Look, 50 years, still Vaidhi Bhaktas, except here in this Sangha. Those who listen here, you get the formula as it is. And you get Krishna Prem as it is. And you can all check it to make sure you're not a sahaja. You can check what are the symptoms of that, of what you see in Johan and Lalita. And River, I miss out on many devotees. Govinda, you can see symptoms of real devotees. And others here, whatever, you guys there. I'm too many to name now, too many to remember. We're doing good when it's like too many people coming there getting some prema that you can remember. I couldn't even see one in the Narayan Maharaj group. I was there a year and a half looking. Where's this Krishna Prem there? Oh yeah, Radhi, purebhakti.com, and all of this stuff, but no Krishna Prem. Oh, well, you're not supposed to show that. So, and that's why, hey, man, you're not supposed to show that? Well, and then they come over here and say, you guys are sahaja. Oh, we don't like that. That means, hey, man, you're not supposed to show that, but you don't even have that. Come on. It's like, hey, man, it's all about having bread. It's all about having bread to eat with bread and butter, right? It's all about bread and butter. We should have bread and butter to eat. Yeah. And, oh, yeah, it's all about that. But where is it? Oh no, no, we don't show the bread and butter. No, no, we don't eat the bread and butter, and it's just some nebulous thing. And so nobody gets Krishna prema except here because we're eating the bread and butter and doing what Lord Chaitanya did on his order. So, hey man, this is eating bread and butter. This is spiritual food, man. This is nourishing to the transcendental body. Look at it. You see the devotees growing up here, becoming empowered. Okay? They're coming empowered to deliver others out of this illusion because they know the path, they follow the path, they're examples of the path. And Krishna and Radha are pleased with them, and that's why they gave themselves to persons like River and Lalita and others. Even though they're not even qualified. Like I still have people, ecstatic devotees, the Lord sees their heart. See, they still got a crust, they still blocking ecstatic devotees. You're still stupid fools, even here with some prema. But my Lord is so merciful, he jumps in them. That's why you check everything with me first. Don't believe everything because, well, Jesus, I'm going to believe everything they say. Well, you check it with me because they ain't ready. If you're starting blocking real devotees with prema here, you're still a fool. You still got some work. Keep chanting in ecstasy and you'll overcome that stuff and even some envy there. So you keep chanting, you keep staying close here and don't go away thinking you know all about bhakti. You have no idea what you're facing here. I don't even have an idea often. Who is some mystery thing happening here? Everybody we're working together. So don't think you've arrived and that you can go and say, oh, so you can say what you say, believe what you believe, but everybody should check everything here, you know, with the head of the corporation, right? I can't help it. The Lord gave me this job. So you want to check everything here. All right. So so while Murari and Sridhar wept in Krishna Prema, being in front of the Lord, Lord Chaitanya chewed on betel pan, making loud cracking sounds. See, that's why, they wept, they were seeing Lord Chaitanya directly. And because they're devotees, they just naturally weep. So how are you going to do that? Where's Lord Chaitanya? Well, he's in a book, but then you got these leaders who they don't give you the real conception of Lord Chaitanya. They don't speak about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They don't believe in it. And we know how that turns out, right? The book tells us what happened in bygone days, and we see the same thing here. Remember chapter 8 of Adi Leela, Krishnadas Kaviraj said, those who do not believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva to get Krishna Prema in this life, maybe even after a week, they don't believe it. They're just tumultuous, croaking frogs. Look how many are out there. Oh, Gohari out there. He's Sahaja. Krishna Prema, that is so high. We don't believe it. See? You see, we smoke them out with the book, Bhagavad. That's why I love it, man. I like this. I'm a hunter. I go hunting for the illusion, okay? And shoot it. Bow and arrow hunting. Shoot it with the arrow of truth. Nailed that one, man. Go with my nail. Nail gun's better. I just go with the nail gun. Boom, 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 boom. Nail it, nail it, nail it, nail it. Nail the illusion. People need it. Ooh, what did you do? I believe in the darkness as light. What are you doing? I know I want to believe that I have to. My Guru Narayan Raj said many lifetimes before, I don't care that you're preaching the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So I want to go and give you must do austerities, you must chant 1 lakh, you must to attain Krishna Prem, you must be a superstar devotee. Oh, you're so unqualified. You'll never attain. You got to be like me, austere, although I say I am, maybe I'm not. Oh, but Krishna Prema, which of course I've got because I'm special, you know. But for you, many lifetimes before you're going to get it. That's not an associate of Lord Caitanya. Eh? Lord, that's not somebody with the order from Lord Chaitanya and the disciplic succession, to give this Krishna Prema. We got that order, man, came right through the disciplic line headed by Prabhupada, blessed by Krishna. That's why it works here. Anybody believes, and don't blindly believe it. Come and check what I say right there. You'll see, the mercy of the Panchatattva to give Krishna Prema. Anyone who hears this Leela from such a devotee who knows the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, who lives on the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, anyone who hears that will very quickly develop Krishna Prema. You'll be on the fast track. And not listening to inexperienced devotees, neophytes. Actually, they're called neophyte gurus. You're a neophyte guru if you're not a resident Vrindavan in this club, in this path. So come on, gurus and your followers, come here, get this Krishna Prema. Yeah, let's get it over with, man. Let's get over the material bondage here, bondage to illusions, bondage to not knowing your position. Oh, you come here, you listen for a month, and you'll know your position. You're diddly squat. Like all of I'm diddly squat too, but you know what? The Lord likes people who just repent. Repentant is to admit you're diddly squat. You're nothing special. You don't have to be special. You have to be in the right place at the right time and the right circumstances. And that's all here right now to be delivered. I don't believe it. It's too easy. Too bad for you. So many people are delivered here and they show the world. They show you. Even though you don't understand it, you think you're great scholars. You're just croaking frogs because you don't believe in the mercy that we are just basking in right before your eyes. We're dancing right before the blind. See, we're dancing before the cripples. That's not nice to dance before the cripples. Well, it's very nice because when you see that you're crippled because you don't have the happiness that many of us have here, then you think, well, God, can I become uncrippled? Yes, all you have to do is come here because we're distributing out samples, free samples of Prema. Here, come here, get your little free samples here and taste it, and then you get more samples, and you just every day you get some more samples of the highest, the greatest product in the world, the love of Krishna. Only where you see a society of devotees in Prema is you have possibility now in this life, see, to get this Krishna Prema because we're publicly together distributing it. Look, 550 years, no distribution. Not publicly. Look, Bhakti Siddhanta Sangha, Vaidhi Bhakti, only this, rules, regulations. Where's the Prema? Well, that's for the future time. Bhakti Vinod, same thing. He had it, they had it, but they weren't in the distribution mode of that. They were distributing by the, practice, become a little more human. And then Prabhupada, following, he went to the West, okay, introduced Krishna, ceremonial worships and all that stuff. But no Krishna Prema. Until now. Oh, yeah, you're going to hear a lot about this because you're going to see a lot about this. All over Facebook, we're showing Krishna Prem, extra, extra. This is the good news. Read all about it, man. Hear all about it. Here, Krishna Prem is being distributed again just like it was 550 years ago. We got the order. Nobody else has got the order. How do you know? Because they're not going, hey man, take this Krishna praying. It's for the world. Come into the society of ecstatic devotees. Chant with us. Here regularly. Develop faith in what we're doing, which is very easy because it's very true here, very real. Real knowledge, real understanding here. We prove it because Krishna Prema is here. You could see, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. All right. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, or in other words, Krishna Prema. I give them the real understanding. Well, I can see, man, I get insight here that I get nowhere else. Not even the illustrious piano player out there can give me knowledge like that. I thought that was no. Knowledge is done by a person worshiping the Lord with prema. They have the essence of knowledge, just the knowledge you need to get out of this material universe. Not all the fluff and the fancy dancing with the juggling the shastras so that they can remain guru. That's what they got to juggle, man. Otherwise, if they come here, they realize they'd repent. You come here and you listen, you realize you're not a real guru, not of the right standard, not of the real standard, man. No Krishna praying, no real guru. No Krishna praying, no deliverance for your disciples, especially not even for you. All you do is collect karma from your disciples. That's the lesson. I collect karma from my disciples and burn it in the fire, man. So otherwise, you're no guru. If you can't burn that karma, man, you're no guru. You can't help your disciples. All you can do is burden them with rules. Jesus said, all you Pharisees, all you Brahmins, I'll just project it out into where it relates, man, the same parallels. See? All you Brahmins, all you Pharisees, see, all you rule followers, all you can do is heap the rules on your followers and burden them more with them. People, you rule followers, I don't care who you are, gurus or followers, you come here and we'll unburden you by burning away that illusions with Krishna prema. That's guru. No Krishna prema, you're a very low quality guru. You can't do the job with a real guru. Isn't a real guru in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line meant to deliver you? Or what? Is it just a game? Oh, we'll just play guru, they called those family gurus. And now in ISKCON, all these groups, you got nothing more than a family guru, man. It's just a tradition. Well, our grandfathers had family gurus. We all have family. Are they transcendental? What's that? We don't know. They don't teach us that. Are you delivered out of illusion? What? What's that about? My family gurus never teach me that. My ISKCON gurus never teach me that. They teach me how to follow rules and do ceremonies. My aspiration is to become a Brahmin and a sannyasi, and maybe to get some followers, because that looks pretty good, man. They get all their expenses paid, and that's better than being a shoe salesman or a pizza deliverer. At least it's the money you're getting over here, you're getting something in return. If you come here for money, to get money back, well, sometimes you get it, but yeah, if you're coming here and you're satisfied with Krishna Prem coming back, man, I think that's a great deal. That's the best deal. Man, your return is like the Vedas say, is unlimited because you got the unlimited Lord, man. How are you going to get anything? That's what it means. You give to a Brahmin, you get a tenfold return or something. But you give to a bona fide associate of the Lord, or as spiritual master, you give to a real Vaishnava, you get unlimited return. Unlimited return is this relationship. The unlimited Lord, man. He's no limits. And then you get the wealth of God, which is this prema. This is his great treasure. This is the great treasury. You get the whole treasury, like him. You get to relish like Lord Caitanya did. Didn't Lord Caitanya taste the name and tears and all that? Look how many of you guys are doing the same thing. You got the happiness of God. That's a pretty good deal, huh? And we don't even charge. Oh, if you want to go with donation, fine. But you don't have to because it's free distribution here, man. Even Jesus taught you receive freely, give freely. I love it. I should be paying you guys. I love to speak about the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Thank you for the opportunity. Get a Bitcoin wallet and I'll send you something. Not much because I'm still accumulating. I'm gonna wait for it to. Then we'll buy tickets for everybody to come to Playa del Carmen, wherever we are. If there's still planes flying, man, I think they want us to fly in. Okay, well, by that time, what it'll be doing. I'll have to send everybody goggles, and we'll have to go and fly into the metaverse over there. We can have class there. I'll be on a pulpit. I have a nice slim body, nice slim body with muscles, and give a class like that. The planes will be the fun. Hey man, no more travel for you guys, man. We're locking everything down, man. You stay in your room. And could you imagine if we advance, and we are, in this chanting? What happens? They say, okay, you gotta stay in your room and just put your goggles on and go in there. It'd be okay, right? Because we have a happiness that nobody else has. People think, oh, happiness is to go out and develop the physical body, right? It is, physical relations and all that. But we are developing spiritual relation with God and our transcendental buddies here, and we can do it like this. Is basically the metaverse. I mean, we're just got a camera here, right? You guys are there and there and there, and once you get a taste for hearing, chanting, remembering, you think, hey, man, I'm with the devotee. We're together. Why aren't we in the same room? We're in the metaverse, man. And because we're talking about Krishna is greatly pleasing to the heart. We're chanting together, feeling blissed out, and ecstatic. We're learning. What else do you want in life? I mean, what do you can physically move here and there, and you're just doing nothing but nonsense. Nothing other than maybe developing the physical body, and that's great. You get a nice body and everything. And then you die, and the body is gone. It goes back into the earth. And you didn't nobody gave you the knowledge. See, the knowledge that only the realized soul, the acharya, the spiritual master, whatever you want to call them, has, because they love God truly, genuinely, and they know who God is. And they communicate that specialized knowledge to you. Okay? And now you can still work out. Like, look at Shama Sundari. She goes out and does her yoga and everything, looks good, and teaches people, inspires them, right? But she's developing love of Krishna also. See, you can do this. Is the idea. You do your duties, and what do you want to do in this world? What do you like to do? What do you like to do? Oh, you do that, and you also do this. And then when you get a taste for this, well, you need to be kick-started, man. You got to first know you got a spiritual body. You got to experience that. And then you nourish that, and you realize, ooh, this is real life. This is the life Jesus was saying, I have life. See? And you get that life, you nourish it by hearing, chanting, remembering about the pastimes of the Lord. See? And this is included, how to make a transition to the spiritual dimension. How to determine the difference between the spiritual body and the material body. People can't, even in Vaishnavism, they still haven't, they just give you, you're not your body class for 40 years, and they're still doing it. Because they still don't know that they're not their body. They need to meet somebody who knows they're not their body, who knows that they're their spiritual body. Forget about this, not this body. It's better to learn who you really are. This is the Lord Mercy, Lord Caitanya. He wants to just give you as you are, that you're the spiritual body, and to nourish that, and the other thing, you mold that other identification, that, you're the physical before. No, that's not me. This is just a house, like a tent, temporary tent. Oh, your mind? No, I'm not my material mind. What was I meditating on? All that bullshit of Maya, this stuff unrelated with has no relation with God. It's just mundane and material memories about dead objects, and you think about them and talk about them and stay in that illusion. I'm not that. And these emotions. Oh, I lost my dog. Oh, my goldfish is gone. What am I going to do? Oh, my cat. Oh, it's gone. Oh, I won't be able to live anymore. You're not that either. What are you then? Oh, Hare Krishna. Ha ha! Krishna, I'm yours. Oh, you're never going to die because you're eternal, and I know that now. I love that. Man, I'm excited every day. I have a nice smile on my face. My friends who are tasting this ecstasy of truth, eternal truth, are also have smiles on their face. Enlivened every day, more and more. All because they know who they are. Forget about who you're not. That comes automatically. Of course, you're not this material mind that gives you anxieties because you're thinking about some future material benefit. See? Or your emotional roller coaster. Oh, I remember when my mother beat me and my father raped me. Oh, it was just horrible. And let me talk about this some more. Remember more of that, and to be more emotionally miserable. See? But look at this. We give you activation where you activate your spiritual body, and you can get into the love affairs of God. And you'll know, oh, there is a God. He's transcendental. He's his name. Man, I just chant his name and I'm mingling intimately with God. Ooh, this is Vrindavan. Now, it's a nice path, isn't it? Beautiful path. Perfect path. Easy peasy path. Anybody can. You come here, you'll learn how to follow this path. It's very easy to follow. It's for everybody. Sannyasi, big so-called intelligent sannyasis, they can come here and learn what real knowledge is. Real knowledge is simply this: turn on your camera and be with ecstatic devotees. Now, come on, that's knowledge, isn't it? That's the highest knowledge because you get the highest result in Sadhu Sangha. Who's teaching that? Now, these gurus teaching, oh yes, Narayan Raj and others, they Sadhu Sangha, you must be with devotees. You must with the devotees. Oh yeah, okay. But what kind of devotees? Oh, it doesn't matter. All devotees are the same. See, that's called neophyte. See, and you hear that teaching, you believe, oh yeah, they're all. I can go to any temple, anywhere. Just be with. If they say, I'm a Christian. Do you see my cloth? I'm a man of the cloth, a woman of the dhoti. Or the sari. You see, I'm a sari girl. See, I'm always sorry still, because I wear saris and therefore I'm a devotee. That's the standard. No, how about Sadhu Sangha, ecstatic devotees like the devotees that were with Lord Caitanya? Boom, that's true knowledge. Acharya Dev could never tell you that after 40 years of his preaching, 50 years now. 50 years of preaching, never told you one sentence that I told you right here, which shows you where the goal is, how to attain the highest goal in this life very quickly with real Sadhu Sangha, high class association. And nobody's told you because you got to be this to know this. God has to really, really, really be in you because he can only speak these things so clearly and so concisely, so eloquently. Govinda's a steamer. He's steaming. Steam's coming out of his ears. Yeah. Yeah, one guy. There's one guy. They get this. They're promoting this guy, and you've probably even seen it because they I don't know where they're getting all this money to put all this promotion. There's one guy. Oh, listen to this one guy. He's got the answer to everything. And I listened to this. Yeah, spend all that money. If they, we should advertise this product. This is the answer to everything. Literally, I mean, this answers everything. Having God live inside you eternally is awake in an awakened state. He's in you dormant. In most 99.9% of the population, dormant still, right? He's dormant in the demons and dormant in the demigod types, and they're controlling the world. But we're here to do something about that, man. It's time for Radha and Krishna to control the world. It's time to have a one world government, governed by Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya's teachings. A one world government. We're self-governing. See, the true self governs. Love of Krishna governs everything. What else do you need if you have love of Krishna, man? Everything is answered there. Every your prayers are all answered because you found the real goal of life for everybody. For whether you're a lizard creature or a demigod, whoever you are, this is the answer to all your prayers that you asked for and even the ones you didn't even ask for. He's the happiness you're looking for. This relationship is the happiness everyone is looking for. See? And most are just out there looking, where's that happy? Oh, it's in a beautiful man or woman. Oh, it's in controlling the world. Oh, it's in my first billion and then my second billion. And mine. Can you imagine these guys have more of so much and they're still not happy? They have so much control over things and they're still not happy. And they never will be. Happiness is in controlling the controller. To open your mouth, call the Lord, and He comes and you mingle together in great happiness, transcendental happiness forever. Your meeting causes a rasa dance. See, a beautiful dance, a beautiful song, a beautiful lecture, a beautiful poem, a beautiful experience. So beautiful, you want another one and another and another and another. Hare Krishna. So, Govinda, give us a word.
You know, I could come to keep playing. Just everything. Oh, I don't know. See, I just read something here. Boy, yeah, it's intense. It's beautiful and it's effective. Everything's defective in the world. Yeah, the one world government of Radha Krishna. I like that idea. I never liked following rules and regulations, and I don't think Rangaleka did either. He couldn't follow rules and regulations. I mean, this is the ultimate place for people who don't like following rules and regulations. But we do follow, regulative things to some extent. Otherwise, this is intense. I notice it's very, very intense. I have to go for walks and take a deep breath sometimes because it's so intense. The ecstasy here, the happiness here is not of the world. Where do you see somebody who's on a machine for 30 years happy like River Yamuna? And Rangaleka so happy to see him happy, and taking the association. It's great to see you back in on form, Rangaleka. It's great. It's great. Association devotees, Lalita Ganga, all glories to her for for bringing you to Turkey and some sunshine and association of devotees. Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. This is Bhakti Rasamrita, Victory to the Moon, who is enamored by the star named Radha, who is the embodiment of all flavor and vitality. That's it. What you just said, the one world government, Radha Krishna, vitality, vital. That's the only real world, one world government. It's the only reality. The whole of this world is just a nonsense. Every which way I look at things, I still listen to songs. I hear Chaitanya within them, songs in the world like they're not particularly Bhaktivinoda Thakur's bhajans or Rupa Goswami's, but I still find them interesting because I see the perspective of Chaitanya, how they relate, how they relate to the world. And always like your classes of how you've made analogies very nicely for people in the world. The analogies between the films like The Matrix, The All Souls Tree, and many films, you're always making analogies. Some of them we put into books. It helps people because people know the films, but they don't know the science. But when they see that they relate, then there's an understanding. Then the penny can start dropping. And this is an attractive way of sharing Krishna consciousness, Chaitanya's Lila. Who is the embodiment of all flavor and vitality, whose radiant luster decorates or dominates the galaxy of stars, and who owns the romantic glances of the night. And then I like how Bhakti Rupa Goswami has done a second version of this, and maybe some persons, they write songs, write poetry, do similar. I was not sure. I have another version, another version, another version. So this is the second version of
Yeah,
that.
you know what people need to see is like the practical aspect, which is only known by the devotees. So these are all codes, like especially Rupa Goswami. It's the luster of Krishna. Where do you see that luster of Krishna now? You think it was some paint on the deity or something? Is that the luster? I mean, how do you understand something like that? Only with realized devotees can you understand the luster of Krishna. What you see in real devotees, there's a luster there. It's different than people of the world. You know, I was taking some of my ecstatic pictures. Somebody should do that. Also, or a lot of devotees, you know, if you can figure out how to, you can take our videos of the devotees in ecstasy and just snap photos of them and then make some nice collages and nice things. I'll give you a little head start. I'm doing that now a little bit. And you can do that. So many ecstatic, all these ecstasies are usually different. It's amazing. And they're very powerful because they have the luster of Krishna is the devotee's luster. The devotee's luster is Krishna himself, Radha and Krishna. See, they carry that luster, and if people are going to know it, they got to see these pictures, and they get purified just by seeing a picture of an ecstatic devotee, because they're seeing pictures of people reflecting the modes of nature in the world, including religious leaders and all that. I look at these leaders and they look mundane to me. I don't see the luster of a liberated soul. You see Prabhupada, some of his pictures, you know, you see the ecstatic luster. See? So people, they just read the books and then they don't understand what is it, how is it show, what is it, how does it relate to something now? What is the luster? Can you see it? And people are going back into birth after birth after birth because they don't know the qualities of a spiritual form of God, or which is shown on the body of the devotee. They're the mirror of the Lord's form. See, when you see an ecstatic devotee, you're seeing the emotions of God. Where do you see the emotions of God in this world? Where? Nowhere. What is hiding? Oh, we don't show the emotions of God. Well, nobody that you don't know. They're highly purified. They are glorified by the songs of Narottam. You know, Narottam says, from the spiritual master, the right spiritual master, the one we promote, the ones that are qualified. They're in that songbook you're singing for 40 years and don't understand because your gurus are not like that. From my spiritual master, ecstatic prema emanates. And by his word, my ignorance is destroyed. Boom. You hear from a real devotee. All of a sudden, you understand the songbook you didn't understand for 40 years, following people who don't understand the songbook. They're not a manifestation of the songbook. Because if ecstatic prema is emanating you've got control of God. You are a spiritual master. You call God and he comes. And proof of that is you're ecstatic. you've attained the mercy of Krishna. Oh, and because of that ecstasy, he reveals sweet somethings in your ear, intimate truths that liberate people. See, by his word or her word, your ignorance is destroyed. See, because you can't know it. You're blind and deaf, man, until you meet a bona fide spiritual master like that. These gurus, as far as I can see, they are blind and deaf. They're blind leaders and blind followers, unless they manifest what you see here, what you hear here. This is its style, man. There's only one God. There's only one guru is one. This is the guru that's one, is the deliverer. You're either in that line, you got the mercy of such a guru, and then you deliver others because you got that mercy. It's the same deliverance. It's the same God working through that guru and through a real disciple who's got the mercy of such a guru. This is what the Vaishnavas need to learn, that nobody I've seen teaching these things, because they're not experienced. They don't know the confidential mercy of the Lord, or they're not preaching it. So what does it matter, to you? You're not getting it there. There's, just miserly holding it back, right? Lord Caitanya was, we're here to show Lord Caitanya's grace, what it is, how to get it, because that's the good news now. That's the word. That's the word being given to the world. See, that's God. God's word comes true, and it comes through his real devotees. That's why people got the Holy Spirit from Jesus, right? They listened to his word, got purified. They believed that word, came to believing that word. What happened? Boom. They got the gift that Jesus had. Go ahead, Govinda.
Victory to Moonlight Krishna, who is enamored by Radha, who is the embodiment of pleasures and vitality, whose radiant luster dominates the heart of the star-like girl named Taraka, and the galaxy-like girl named Pali, and who owns the hearts of the beautifully dark girl named Shama, and the romantic, graceful girl named Lalita.
See, the Lord owns the heart of a devotee, and the devotee owns the heart of the Lord. That's the only possession that a devotee really considers worthy to possess. Everything else comes and goes, except the heart of the Lord and the heart of the devotee. They stay tied together. That's what do you see when you see the pictures of Goddess of Fortune and Krishna together? That is so esoteric. That is our relationship ultimately with the Lord. Not, the Goddess of Fortune is, that's for some deities out there. Well, that's supposed to be you, man. You're supposed to be connected with the Lord like that, and you everything becomes good fortune for you and others. Anybody who listens to you gets the greatest fortune. We prove it right here, man. See,
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's exactly it, Gaurahari. People are just like parrots. They know these expressions, things Prabhupada said, talked about suppression, compression, and depression in relation to his godbrothers, I think. But they don't see that in effect. They don't see that they're living that suppressed life. I mean, how more ridiculous does it have to get? The gurus are clearly following the guidance, not of Chaitanya, not of Prema Bhakti, not of Prema Bhaktas. They're following the guidance of the CIA, the governments, the pharmaceutical. How ridiculously stupid does it have to get? I shared in an earlier class, we're sharing with compassion. They've got involved in telling a lie, and now it's got to the point where people are applauding the lie. It's just distinguishing what's going on. I don't have any condemnation. You taught me not to have condemnation. It's not naturally there in the heart. You just look at the situation and think, well, they started with the lie. They jumped into the positions of gurus. They're not. And it's got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well,
And then
it's actually people are waking up.
that's
This,
great. Yeah,
yeah, it's just they have to, this is just how it works. People are waking up. How how much and how it just that just depends. So we'll see. It's the Lord's pastimes.
yeah,
Uh, and so it's part of it is to wake up because this stuff has been going on. These demons have been ruling kind of covertly. Now it's overtly. It's like, okay, you see, this is
very
what
much.
we're doing. It's all over the internet. I mean, how can you not become aware of this? I mean, they're all over the internet. They're telling you there's this WEF and it's a new world order, and you look at, and Carl Schwab is telling you, yeah, we're going to rule you. We're going to put chips in you. They're telling everything. I mean, they're telling you straight out. I mean, you got to be a real bozo not to like get it. And so anyway, this goes into the awareness. There's a collective consciousness. There's a level that we're all connected. People may not be aware of it because of the way the interactions between, see the demons are partially understanding what's going on, and they're divided. They're divided from their own self. They're not, see, the demigods, they see more comprehensively, not completely, but more comprehensively. See, they have a more inclusive understanding, and that's why it's more happiness there. See, the demons are never satisfied. No, they're just on that level. More control, more money. You notice what is Bill Gates about? More control, more money, right? What is anybody? More control, more money. They're really into it. They're very energetic. Work all day. To get these things accomplished. Very hard work too, by the way. See, but that's when you're really externally oriented. You're looking for these to satisfy these desires. You want treasure. You want money. You think that's treasure. See, okay. So what is our part in all this? See, we see comprehensively. We see like Bhagavad Gita, or that's what I'm teaching. How to see like Bhagavad Gita. How to see all paths are pearls on the string, and to see that supreme path, which is the Lord Himself, His confidential treasure. It's like winning the game, the ultimate game. See? And so He's got the ultimate treasure. He knows what that ultimate treasure is. And you won't understand it until you meet His intimate associate in this world who preach how the path of how to get that ultimate treasure and what it is. Better than billions of dollars, better than controlling the whole universe. This is where real satisfaction is in the ultimate goal of life. Life's ultimate goal is love of God. See, you need a real guru is a person who has attained life's ultimate goal. To preach anything less, to be guru is idol worship. It's illogical. It's not clear. It's not the right understanding. Your result is not going to be very good. But if your definition of a real spiritual master is one who has love of God, that's as the book is. That's as the real devotees preach. And if you follow that line of conclusion, very quickly get it. Instead of going around the false ideas, the speculations. That's why Guru Tatra is so important. Anybody who thinks you can get what I have by following some other path will continue trying. See, that's why the real gurus have to be sent first. Because to attain these things, you have to have done it before, or you have to have that situation now, like you do here. You all know you couldn't get it before, but you got it now. Because obviously, you had to get it from somebody who's got it. I couldn't find one living guru who could add anything to what I already had. And I was looking because I also, the book says have a living guru and all that. I was like, okay, let me find one. Let me get it. But luckily I already had it. Otherwise, you wouldn't get it. You'd be going to these thousands of ISKCON gurus, and they don't have the treasure. I haven't seen one that has it. Or the Narayan Raj group. I haven't seen one who has it. Radha Kumbha, I didn't see one who has it. That's why such intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya must be sent. Otherwise, you'll never know what this treasure is. It is so far beyond anything. But you know what? All you need is one real associate of Lord Chaitanya here, who are very rare, as we see. And you get everything. You get the prema that none of these gurus manifest. Not even one. And then the ones who really had it were hiding it. Like Prabhupada and like because it wasn't time. Not time to rock the world like we're doing now. Not to shake it up, man. To shake down the tree. Any real fruits up there. You know? So now whoever is meant will come and they'll be delivered. They've been waiting for this call. The call is out. If you want Vaidhi, well, okay, there's the, you want to go, you want to go that path, great, But if you want love of Krishna, well, that's what we do here, man. You want prema? This is a prema bhakti sangha. And you come here, and maybe you don't even want it that much, but you kind of like the association. You stick around, and you will get more desire for that. And then the Lord will give it to you because it's the great. After a while, you think, "Wow, that is a treasure, man! Look how happy these devotees are. Look how free they are. Look how much they smile, man! Look at me. I'm a miserable. I'm a dookie. I think I want to be like them." Well, just follow the path. They're here to teach you. You guys are teaching how to be disciples. That's what people need to know. It's better, I have my job, you got yours, and we work together, and then people get out of this illusion very fast. There's no other practical way that I can see. You have any other practical way anybody sees to get out so fast? To get Krishna prema, to get love of Krishna, which is beyond salvation? Krishna is the highest dham, the highest bhav and ecstasy that not people in Vaikuntha cannot get except by the association of real prema bhaktis of Vrindavan. And that prema bhakti is here and being distributed by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya's order. Come on, man. Wake up, sleeping souls. Wake up, you sleeping gurus. You want to be a real guru, come here, you'll get prema, and then you'll deliver your disciple. Isn't that what it's all about? Don't you want to be a real guru, man? Or you want to be one of these blind leader? You want to fit in that classification? Blind leader having blind followers who don't know what that, from the real guru, ecstatic prema emanates, like that song. And by their word, the ignorance of all that stuff is obliterated. All that falsity, all those false ideas, all those speculations on Prabhupada's books about where the real path is and what it is. That's why I'm here to teach people what is really conclusive. So you're not bewildered by all these people. Oh, it's just another path, I have my path, you have your path, your bullshit path. You convince them, oh, that path compared to this? You'll smoke out their hypocrisy when they say, oh yeah, I have a relationship with Lord Caitanya, but I don't like to chant. Oh, I'm not chanting, it's not my path. Your relationship very superficial with Lord Caitanya. You want to deepen that because Lord Caitanya loves chanting and we love chanting. Therefore, we're on the real path and you're just really a beginner, man. There's some people that tell me, oh, Lord Chaitanya's with me all the time, but chanting's not my path. Well, God, man, I wonder who your Lord Caitanya is. He needs to be, there needs to be some clarification there. Lord Caitanya loved chanting. He came here to teach the glory of chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and if you don't like that, man, hey, man, you better stop listening to what you're seeing there. And listen here, because I'll tell you what, it'll even make sense. Of course, Lord Caitanya came and promoted chanting, and you don't like to chant. Can you imagine? And you don't like to chant because you're still contaminated with this arrogance, thinking you know the path, man. No, the path is Guru Tattva for everybody. You start by Guru Tattva, man. You got to come to the point you hear and see that what do you call it, a Dumbo. You don't know what you think you thought you knew everything about whatever it is. You know nothing. Oh, go hard. You know, so yeah, I only know what the Lord shows me because of this following the real path. You know, Krishna Prema, worshiping the Lord, loving ecstasy reveals everything. And if you can't do that, if tears are appearing in your eyes profusely and you're not laughing like a madwoman or a madman, you know nothing. The Lord can't use you to communicate with you. Not clearly. You'll be all jumbled around. See, please stop. You're much better than that. See? Well, anyway, what to do? Just keep coming, Mayavati. I see. I'm not. I no. Actually, the greatest revelation is Haridas. You Haridas. I'm really really low class person, man. I don't even fit into that. And he loved that mood because he could chant in the highest ecstasy. I also love the mood. Yeah, make me Lord. People they think materially in Mayavadi. Just this is the world thinks like this because they're materially minded. They think it's about positive and negative. Oh, let me overcome my negativity by being positive. Oh, I have low self-esteem, so let me put high self-esteem there. So by high self-esteem, oh, I'm actually a great person. I do affirmation. I'm really good. I'm really amazing. I'm an amazing person. But inside I was feeling, boy, I'm really like, just miserable. My parents beat me. Say I got conditioning. I didn't have a great childhood, and and you know how a dog has been beaten, and you look at the dog and it's afraid all the time, and you can't. That's its nature now. We've been beaten. So people are like that. They're conditioned. That's why what we're preaching here is a miracle, man. Because most people are like that. They think, oh no, it's about putting high self-esteem. Well, no, you come here, you get purified, and you'll see your position, which is you're just a Mayavati. This is you and me and everybody else. We're just a little atom. See, this is I not only believe I know this because the Lord shows me this. I'm just a little insignificant atom. See, and and without a relationship with the Lord, I'm just floating in the modes of nature in my sails. The wind in my sails of this atom is blowing me here and blowing me there. See, and I'm just without God, a relationship with the Lord. I'm a fool and very stupid because Maya is my director, and that's what she does, makes you increasingly stupid, or you can become a little smarter if you're cultured and educated. And even in the mode of goodness, there are demons in the mode of goodness, more or less, by practice and austerities and all that. They get some intelligence. It's a little twisted, but that demons had Brahmins, stuff like that, because you can do by regulation all that, but still demoniac heart. See, the modes of nature, man. See, you're a fool. I don't care how good you are, how bad you are, you're still a fool. So the good and the bad, just you come here, you'll just see, wow, I'm just a little atom been floating in the mode of goodness or floating in the mode of passion and ignorance. I was acting ignorantly because of influence of the mode of ignorance. And I was floating in goodness because I was influenced of I did some austerity and meditation and yogas, and my body became better, a little better. But I'm still foolish. I'm still in ignorance. I'm still covered by my soul is covered. But I come here and my natural love for God is beginning to awaken. And I'm realizing, oh, this is glorious. I know I'm just with you, Lord, everything is perfect. And without you, Lord, I'm just nothing. just this atom floating around. And their self-esteem is not based on some positive or negative self-esteem. See, your esteem is you're in touch with your soul's relationship with God, and you're naturally glorious in this relationship. Without this relationship, you're inglorious, just naturally. Naturally. People in the mode of goodness, it's not glory. That's not purification. Not in this teaching. I teach what Lord Caitanya teaches, and therefore it's hard to take because it's postgraduate. You can't, you Brahmins, you sannyasis, you gurus out there, if you're just in the mode of goodness, you cannot even purify yourself or anybody else. That's what Lord Caitanya taught. I teach the same. Oh, yeah? You're a good person, a good guru, you follow rules and everything really well, and you're good. You can't even purify yourself or anybody else unless you're more than that. Unless you're more an intimate associate of the Lord, man, that means you have true prema, love for Krishna. Then you're in our real line. Otherwise, you're not in the real line yet. You're in the back of the line. As guru and followers who are blind, leading the blind, you're at the back of the line. You want to come to the front of the line? Come here. You see? We prove, my Lord and this Gaur Haridas proves that the devotees here are in the front of the line because you guys got Krishna Prema and they don't. They're in the back. They're in the back of the bus. See, the Lord is saying, oh, you come to the front of the line. That's very good. You get into the kingdom first. They're in the back of the line because they don't want to come up front. They said, oh, we're going to remain in the back. But we speculate and we imagine that we're in the front of the line, and we have followers who believe in our imaginations that we're real spiritual masters, even though we're like Bill Gates and we juggle the data, we juggle Prabhupada's words and books to make ourselves as real guru. You see what they're all doing? You see why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 1865 and 6 says abandon all varieties of religion, and that includes religious leaders, but you can't do that until you meet the deliverer who delivers you the real goods, the real knowledge, and the real ecstasy. Then you're free. Otherwise, you're stuck in religion. You were all stuck in religion, right? You're in ISKCON, right, Govinda? You're in ISKCON with all these religious leaders. Tom also going to those temples where there are a bunch of morose people telling you to follow this and follow this rule. And look at Rangaleka, also part of that. Also, Lalita Ganga, Johan, right? You're liberated out of that. That's proof the power is here, right? The power of the Lord is working here. Liberated you from religion. Now you're into truth, right?
I can say this verse that's open right in front of me. I was born in the darkest ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Can you say that? Can you say that? I don't mean to be offensive to ask you, Mayavati, but can you say that? Can you say that? Everybody must ask them that verse of Narratum. When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who was established within this material world, the mission to fulfill the desires of Lord Caitanya, gave me shelter under his lotus feet.
Yeah, see, Rupa Goswami was to fulfill the desires of Lord Caitanya. What is, you think the desire of Lord Caitanya was to keep you perpetually in Vaidhi Bhakti and just, I believe in the rules as the rules rule my life and I worship the rules. Is that why Lord Caitanya, is that his desire? No, his desire is what he says in the book, the postgraduate book there, Adi Lila, chapter 4. The Lord's desire was to relish this intimate relationship with God of Vrindavan before the world, and in this way give it to whoever thought, wow, I also want to worship like that. That's the desire, and we're fulfilling that desire. I mean, that's my mission, is to fulfill the desire of the Lord, to distribute this relationship. And that's why it has to be shown. No more no-show thing. It's the show is on, man. The whole the world is a stage, man. What kind of show? What are you showing? Well, I'm showing Vaidhi Bhakti. That's the ultimate show. Oh, I'm showing liberation. Eckhart Tolle, right? Be here now. That's the ultimate show. And what is Gohari Das? Oh yeah. Well, what is Tony Robbins? Oh yeah, to be a great businessman, make lots of money like me, you can be. That's his show on the stage. And we got our show, right? Gohari Das and his friends. We're on the stage dancing. What kind of dance we're doing? Mercy of Lord Caitanya, Prema Bhakti for everybody. Whoever wants, you come here. And we want to fulfill the intimate desire, confidential desire of Lord Caitanya, which is to give publicly Krishna Prem. That's the show that we're doing on the stage of the world. We're not holding back. I'm not going for the. I'm sorry, you're not supposed to show. Well, you do your no show on the stage of the world, and it's a no show. And nobody. They're sitting in the audience. You followers of Narayan Raj's group. You're sitting in the audience looking at the show, and it's a no show. They even tell you, I'm sorry, the show ain't on. We're not putting on that show. But rules, regulations. Oh, we got more than ISKCON too. I was there. Look at this is the show. Austerity. You see, this is the show you're going to see on the stage of the world. Austerity. Renunciate 1 lakh a day, and you renounce the world. That's the show, and everybody's. Well, I guess it's just the only alternative. Well, I think ours is a much more lively show, more happy show. We worship a happy God, an ecstatic God. We give you the show that the Lord Chaitanya came to show the world now. On the order of Prabhupada too. Ta-da! Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Isn't this the greatest show on earth? To show what Lord Chaitanya showed in this world and to distribute that in this world to the audience. And then you all become part of the show of Lord Chaitanya. You all start showing ecstatic love in the world. The whole world starts dancing in ecstasy. Because it's so attractive, man. Why wouldn't everybody want to dance in ecstasy and follow and be part of this show? The audience becomes participants on the stage. Then it's truly the whole world becomes a stage of the one world government of ecstatic worship of God. What other government do we need? Crazy talk, huh? It's a crazy dream of Lord Chaitanya. Well, we're already working. We're doing pretty good, man. I think I think our product is so great, we'll be able to sell it easily, more and more easily every day. Right there, Ranga? Give us a word, Ranga.
Hello, Guru Maharaj. Hello, Govinda. Hello, Bhakti Tom. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see you. It's a wonder. It breaks me up inside, but every time Guru Maharaj starts speaking about something, he got this message from Govinda, and he's gone on, and it's really superb. He's a great fella. He's a great fella. You've got to admit that the man has got something, and he's passing it on to us. And because he's passing it on to us, we're all getting to be more elevated and better people. Better people. I don't mean that in a goodness way. We're getting it better. And last night, for instance, I was reading Chaitanya. Well, I was reading the CC. Okay, so I was reading text 13. What do they call it? Adi Leela 3. He says, for a long time, I have not bestowed unalloyed living service to me. Now the inhabitants of the world. Without such living attachments, the existence of the material world is useless. Well, it is absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. Say after me, the material world is absolutely useless. Come on.
Material
That's it.
world is absolutely useless.
That's great. That's great. Well, it
The
is.
world is absolutely useless without loving ecstatic love, devotion
Yeah.
to Krishna.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that bit. I always miss a little bit on the end just to get you. So you put the knife in me, and I think, oh, good. But the thing about it is that the world's absolutely useless without a person like Guru Maharaj, without Srila Gaura Haridas to teach us which is the right way. And we as devotees of, I can't say I'm Hare Krishna, but I love Hare Krishna as such, but I don't like the Hare Krishna that is on offer in the world through ISKCON and places like that anymore. So I've gone completely the opposite way around. I've seen it in reality, and the only thing that I love is Srila Guru Haridas's version of. It's not a version, it's actually Srila Guru Haridas's truth and his revival. And I'm a revivalist. I am a revivalist. And so are all the people in here, all revivalists, and we're all doing things because we've seen the underpants of Krishna consciousness, and we've also seen the good things of Krishna consciousness given by Srila Gaura Haridas, and that's because also positive. And all you got to do, hey, here we go again. All you got to do is follow Srila Gaura Haridas, and in the end, it all works out. It works out good, but you got to change your attitude over slightly, just a twist on the old brain power, and it and you see things as they are. And if you see things through the heart, know that the brain is just a what? Just like an arm, a limb of you, and know that the heart is working it, and that's the real you. And to get back to the real you is really important. I've never felt better in my life than when I'm actually into Krishna consciousness and I'm doing things that Krishna wants me to do. Because I know what Krishna wants me to do. I don't know. But when I do them, I feel wonderful. When I do things that Krishna doesn't want me to do, I feel horrible. Horrible. And it's all because of Srila Guru Gaura Haridas, who's doing everything for me, doing everything for you. And we should all realize that we all owe a debt of gratitude to Srila Gaura Haridas. And we ought to have a Srila Gaura Haridas Day, which the whole world can get in touch with. Muslims, Christians, so-called Hare Krishnas, and everybody else could get in and enjoy a real day and get together to enjoy it. But this Krishna knows what he's doing, and I don't. So Krishna's got a plan for all this, and Guru Gaura Haridas is a part of the plan, and he's giving us the benefit of his received knowledge from Krishna, so that we can become real people and do this thing, So Srila Gaura Haridas, I've said your name 2 or 3 times, so people probably know who you are by now. But I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm here again, and I've got Lita Ganga who's there to help me, which is beautiful. And I feel as though I'm born again for the third time. I've been born again for the third time, and it's all because Govinda introduced me to you. Very nice of Govinda to do that, to introduce me to you. And I remember seeing you for the first time in Mayapur, and I felt, yes, that's the man. I like him. Good. And ever since then, you've been there for me at all times, and you've been absolutely wonderful with your advice and everything else. And all the people I've met have been sort of all in various different degrees of this Krishna consciousness, this God consciousness. They're all working for the same thing, And you've accused me occasionally of being good rather than Krishna consciousness, and that accusation has really got me churning over. I've wanted to do things so that you would accept me as a disciple of yours, and not somebody who needs rectification all the time. And that's got me really going. So all I can say to you, Guru Gora Haridas, does anybody on here not know who he is? Because the man is the representative of Krishna on this earth. He is so beautiful and so wonderful, so I don't know, can't think of the word, but he's so good, so good. All I can say is thank you, Guru.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, like verse, the best. What we're doing is so like obviously pleasing to Lord Krishna and Lord Caitanya, because his desire was, like that verse says, to distribute this love for Krishna to the world. And we're doing that. We're delivering this gift to the world. It's a gift. It's not something you can attain practically by your sadhana siddha and all that stuff, which that's okay. You've done enough of that. Come to the real path now. And otherwise, without this prema, it's the world. See, people don't know it's useless. They think, oh, this is very useful to live and have families and just live the regular life. And then they die and then they come back and they think, oh, this is very useful again. But it's really not. You're not in knowledge doing that. Or even on the Vaidhi level, you think, oh yeah, this is very useful to live and just follow rules and regulations and to just to follow the program, but you don't have Krishna prema awakened in you, and you think that, but the ultimate conclusion is, well, it's still futile and useless until you get deep attraction for the transcendental Lord, but you have to follow the real process. See, so and that's what we are so privileged to preach, the real process that works to make it quickly happen. See, and people need this knowledge. The Vaidhis need this knowledge. ISKCON needs this. Gaudiya Samiti needs this knowledge. Everybody needs this knowledge because they don't have it. You got to show that you have this knowledge. You have to show you have this experience of Krishna Prema. It has to be, it's precise. It's a science, man. It's right in the science books of Prabhupada's books. What are the symptoms of having God awakened in you? Radha and Krishna is all explained. See, we explain it and prove and show that we are authorized. And when people really get that, then you get out of this. It's like, oh, all the cobwebs, oh, wow, man, busts all my illusions. I thought I could do it some other way that doesn't work. See, this works because this is empowered by the Parampara. Prabhupada really did come in 1996. He was very pleased I was distributing this to people. this path and making real devotees. Krishna also came, to show my second disciple. Yeah, you found the path, and that's the path to me is through your real guru. I've authorized this. Probably my disciple is authorized. You see, I got the approval. That is a big thing. Prabhupada is a great authority in this universe. People, they kind of understand it, but not really. The Lord Prabhupada authorized this preaching big time. I mean, he was very happy. He said, "This is exactly what I want you to do. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. Do more of this." And that's what it is. This is the essence, is distribute this, what Lord Caitanya came to give. And this is this prema. Then your world becomes, look at you guys, you're witnesses that now you're useful. You feel useful, not useless. Now you know what useless is. No Krishna prema. Now you know what the Lord knew personally, because you're part of the family. You're an insider now. You have insider news. Anybody wants to have the insider news on what real spirituality is, they have to go to you. Nobody else knows. You went in the door, you become the shepherd of those who also want the prize. It's always the same thing. Always, whether you follow Jesus or Lord Caitanya. Lord Caitanya is better if you're lucky to figure it out, because you get ecstasy and clear truth, clean understanding, from a very special avatar that very rarely comes to this planet. And his devotees who very rarely come to this planet. And we have that in the palm of our hand. And we're just throwing it all over the place, right? Using Zuckerberg's Facebook Live thing, Twitch. Get everybody to Twitch. You got a few people that twitching. Oh, what is going on? Who gives you that authority? That's great. I love it. Come on, you guys. Let's get some more Twitchers up here. Okay, Tom, give us a word. Thank you there, Ranga. Awesome.
Oh, I was listening, and I came to this metaphor that if you consider a spiritual master as your ordinary human being, you are like distracted. You are on the wrong path. Because and the explanation is it's like a bathing of an elephant. An elephant bathes in the lake quite thoroughly, but as soon as it comes on the shore, it takes some dust from the ground and strews it over its body. Thus, there is no meaning to the elephant's bath. He is he feels he is cleansed, he is purified, but then he takes back the dust of the material world, and is again on the inconclusive path.
Yeah, that's what that is usually that's a really good teaching and truth is some, and I've seen this happen here so much. Like for example, let's make it personal. My ex-wife, she came here, and she got this love of Krishna started to awaken because of associating from hearing, just like it says, if you hear this Chaitanya Bhagavat, Krishna, devotion to Krishna will awaken, devotion to God. And so that started to awaken with her. See? So she said, "Oh, this is good. Oh, you got to be my guru and everything." And so that went on for a while, but then she started to say, "I don't know. He's not a rule follower. He's not following the rules perfectly, because I'm reading Bhagavad Gita and all these things, and my opinion differs from his now. And I think he's just an ordinary guy." And then she goes away. You see how that works? She got bathed from faith in this and a gratefulness. And then all of a sudden her faith changed into, oh yeah, he's just an ordinary person. That's why you see that's chapter 1 of Adi Lila. See, chapter 1 says one should not consider the spiritual master an ordinary person. See? But it happens. And once you do, you know what happens? You lose your spiritual position. Automatically. Like, look at Mina. She came for a while. She had great faith in what we're doing, or was developing it, right? And all of a sudden, she goes away, starts thinking, "Well, I don't know. I think Prabhupada was teaching the right thing, Vaidhi Bhakti, and this is not real." And see, ordinary person again. He's not like Prabhupada. See, all of a sudden now they go back. See, they got the dust again. See, see how important Guru Tattva is. You see why people that have that faith, they stay juicy, they stay connected. You think any of the disciples of Jesus, all the way to their death, they didn't lose faith in Jesus? They stayed juicy and Holy Spirit filled. They went to their deaths like that. But not everybody. Some people came. They got some faith in the apostles preaching about Christ. What happened? Then some of them went away, and they said, "You see," and they lost it because they lost their. They said, "Oh, this is ordinary. Oh, this Holy Spirit. I don't know. We'll go and do some other path." So you see, Guru Tattva, how important it is. Just learn from the example the devotees here. You see Govinda. Does he look? Does he ever look like he's depressed or miserable? He stays juicy because of his faith in Guru Tattva. He follows it precisely. That otherwise you cannot follow, you cannot teach this path to others. If you don't go in the door and get the result of going in the door, if you go in the door and then you go out, you go away from the door, all of a sudden the door is closed for you and everybody else because you can't preach the real path. You preach something else. That's why you see Govinda is attractive, and Lalita Ganga and Johan, because they stay in the door. They don't go out, even though they got some prema. They stay in there. They stay on Guru Tattva. Otherwise, you're just a baby. You come in and you get some benefit, and then you go away. It's like the person here, in Playa. It comes in for a while and gets a little something, then kind of goes away. Oh, this is not my path. Well, okay, it's your choice. But boy, I thought it was really, boy, you're getting so much benefit. You come here and Lord Caitanya is giving you, devotees are helping, all that stuff, and now, don't need it anymore. I'm happier now and all that. But those are persons, they got gas, right? It's like a car. You gas it up, and then you run out of gas at a certain point because you don't continue to gas up the car. Gassing up the car is to learn from a spirit. That's why, hey man, you better come to the point of accepting a bona fide spiritual master, because you'll stay on the beam that way. Otherwise, you're not. They're the shepherd. It's like a dog shepherding sheep. Sheep just kind of, they wandering. And they just naturally wander, the cows, but there's a sheepdog, right? The sheepdog knows the job, and when they start wandering away, the sheep away from the real path or where the grass really is, they isn't that Gorhari? Doesn't Gorhari do that? With a sheep stick, Hey, get over here, man! The grass is over here, man.
Yes. My experience is that if you leave this circle, this sangha, then you automatically are receptive to learn some lessons from Maya.
Yeah.
From Maya. So it's like the dog, yeah. Maya is doing a perfect job in trying to catch you, and that's learning lessons from Maya, and it helps you to come back.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want the truth, and you don't get it with the stick, the shepherd stick. Sometimes, so Maya helps in that way, Because if your heart is like you really want the truth, and it's not contaminated too much by you too much wanting to be the big cheese and wanting to be equal with guru and all that. A lot of people have a heavy contamination with that, and it's hard to deal with it. That kicks you off the path often. So Maya really has to like dry you up, and you have to suffer more. You know. Yeah, if people would realize and they come here, your suffering goes. So don't why would you leave a place where Krishna and Lord Chaitanya is, you're becoming a goddess of fortune? Just learn what is being offered here. This is the greatest thing. If you stick around and you're really sincere, you're going to get the greatest benefit. You're going to get the greatest treasure. You're going to get the pearl of great price explained, and you will possess it forever. Otherwise, you'll go back. That's Maya's lesson. And you'll find you'll run out of gas, and all of a sudden the mind takes over, your speculations take over, and your misery increases, your sadness comes back. So that's Maya's teaching. I try to encourage people to stay here. Otherwise, that you may stay your whole life and learn. Look at my ex-wife is still out there. Look at Mahavir is still out there. Look at Meena, still out there after years. So, all I can do is share my experiences, teach, and if they hear or something, then there's a chance for them to come back without having to go through too long. If not, okay, it's destiny, no problem. We're here. We're just offering, right? We just do the best we can with. It's like Krishna said, hey, just work for me, man. Serve me, serve my desire. Just do your duty and just fight. Without looking for happiness or distress. Just do my desire. See, well, we know. See, I've been given to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's desire. I just do, and some will fall by the wayside for a while. What are you going to do? I just keep going, right? You also, we all just keep going. We just fight. We fight for the sake of fighting for the desire of the Lord, and the result is up to Him. And so far, it's massive, and getting more massive, more mass. See, people are the mass. See, we have more mass, more masses. We become more enthusiastic. It's time for mass. We have our little Catholic mass here. Mass production. All right, new production of the Holy Mass of Lord Chaitanya's Grace Place. It's massive. See, great word. Mass means massive, massive bhakti. See, massive ecstatic devotion. See, massive happiness for people, massive benedictions for everybody, massive treasure, massive. Great word, huh? But you got to come to Mass, come to Sadhu Sangha every day. Turn that camera on as much as you can.
I feel this personal progress, that this going back and forward to learn lessons from Mahamaya, it's improving. There's progress, and it takes a shorter time for me to realize, oh no, this is not where I have to go. I have to come back. The coming back is more. It goes faster. It's easy, more easy.
Yeah.
So to be attached here, it's more and more firmly fixed, and I'm less distracted from the outsiders, by the outsiders.
Yeah, you got something to work on. It's nice to have a mission. Of being, like here, being purified. It's a great. It's a great. It's not, you see, they even say you live longer when you have a mission in life. I've seen very sick people come here, and they lived a lot longer because they have something to live for that's extraordinary. Like one lady, she came here. She's ready for suiciding out. She was so many diseases. Man, she had hepatitis and some many other things. Pain all the time, and all this. and she ready to. She was had a revolver, I think, and she was going to just blow her brains out. But she came, made connection, and she lived 5 more years. And the only reason why she died was she stopped coming. She got involved, with her kids, and her kids were drug addicts, and always causing problems and taking her attention away from this. See, and unfortunately, when you're too attached to something, and like children or something, she couldn't take advantage, and therefore she died, miserable, probably, just her kids were always taking drugs and giving her problems, stealing her money, stealing this, stealing that, stealing her attention, always, and so, yeah. But here, why wouldn't you? This is life, man. This is energizing. The Lord is so great. It's like if I want to learn something, even to do with health and stuff like this, He leads me in all ways. I love this. It's just so to the essence of everything. How not to be cheated and all of this. I just what a wonderful thing to have the relationship with the Lord, who knows everything and can inform us what is needed to know. By the way, if anybody's unhealthy physically, which is most of us, here's a good thing. One of the secrets is oxygenating the blood. Sickness cannot live in oxygenated blood. So listen, this is how you do it. Breathe through your nose, and if it's hard for you, keep practicing until you can do it. Most people breathe through their mouths, and they're full of all kinds of diseases, because they don't oxygenate their blood. And breathe through your nose into your diaphragm, and breathe out through your nose. Just keep practicing. Practicing becomes a habit. And when you sleep, and you also do that. All that snoring shit. So you just keep doing that, and breathe through your diaphragm. Feel your breath going into your belly. You do. And just oxygenate. Just practice until it becomes a habit. And then you oxygenate your blood, and many things will go. If you're constipated, things, all kinds of things. Anyway, this is I can't say I'm an expert at it. I'm practicing that and getting good results already. So, and that's the simple thing. All these medicines, what they do is they deal with symptoms and not the root of the problem. The doctors they're not very smart, actually. They're taught see, this is the Rockefellers. They teach you how not to be a really good, they teach you how to superficial stuff. They've been killing. I noticed even before this COVID thing started, they were killing these homeopathics and natural doctors. They just started to disappear, and be and there was I was wondering why this can't be true, that they're because they don't want people to be healthy, so they want you to go to the big pharma. See, and these naturopathics were giving you natural ways to do it. And the simple things like that, also, walking without shoes. You should walk without shoes sometimes so you connect to the earth. And also get sun. We should get, these little things like be out in the air and expose your body to the sun. Take your clothes off, like at least put a bathing suit on, and let your skin absorb the light so you get vitamin D. They don't tell you any of this stuff, except these people who really know. And these simple things like breathing, getting sun, walking on the earth, the magnetism, and where your energy is grounded. You don't have to do all the time, but walk a little bit like that. You sort of find your health will probably get greater, better.
Also,
See these little things. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, learning from Ammon shared with me, the base of trees, they take negative, maybe positive energies, but they're very healing. The base of a tree is a great place. That's actually why they were cutting them down in the cities and lots of places with the installation of this new network. Trees are very calming and healing. Base of trees, just
Yeah, that's true. Yes, true. Yeah, yeah. Base of trees. Even the Indians knew that. They would put their back to a tree, and they get energy. Yeah, I see a lot of things. Nature, natural things. People in this society, because of it's so technological, we kind of get away from the natural things, and then our body suffers. We wonder why. And then they say, "Oh, we got a pill for that. We got an injection for that." They like those things lately. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a little break here. I got to get off my buttocks here and walk around, move around a little bit, get some air, breathe a little bit here. That's great. Okay, Haribo, everybody. Thank you for coming. We'll be back.